Okay, I've been talking. Have I not been live? Because I've been talking for the last 2 minutes. Oh, see, this is exactly what I said. David is out of town. I'm having to do it on my own. I'm reading my instructions. I thought I did it all right, but apparently I missed something. So my apologies. And what I was saying was that it's possible, since David is out of town and probably will be out of town every Sunday, um, I either need to get my act together and learn to do it myself, or, oh, hi, Rosie, thanks for coming. I need to either get my act together and learn to do it myself, or I might have to change my live date. But for right now, yay, I'm live. I can tell from your comments now that I am live. So we are going today make this lovely, what are we going to make? We're going to make this waterfall card. And I learned to do this. I saw it on another, I saw a picture of it somewhere, and then I had to look up the, Lisa Curcio has um, a very old video on how to do this. So the waterfall card is pretty cool, and this one didn't turn out as straight as I would like. The next one we do will turn out straighter. But you pull this pretty little ribbon here, and da-dun, 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 da-dun. Oh my gosh, you just gotta love it. I love it. So I was gonna get really fancy, and I thought maybe we would use. Now I lost it. I thought we would use a different set and a larger um, a larger square, because I thought the large one would look really cute. So I used the Latte Love, I think, because I love it. And it's great, except that you can't. So you pull and you get the same beautiful waterfall, but getting it back in is a little more challenging because you actually have to lift it up over the thing. So anyway, so another option, you just think about what size you want. But we're going to use Labeled with Love today. And so here we, and the, I think it's, oh my gosh, I lost it. Um, do you hear Pixie already? Okay, I don't know what it is. It's the, I put it in the instructions though. It's, I think it's the Wildly Flowering, or Flowering Wildly. So, okay, let's just move ahead. It's just something I know about. What, David James? Oh, you like my waterfall card, huh? You might see it in an envelope in your suitcase one day soon. So David has a new job, or will have a new job in a couple of weeks, and he's going to be working in Fort Worth, which is quite a distance from us. So we haven't decided what that means in terms of travel, but um, okay. So I am going to. This piece is 2 inches by 9 inches, right? Yes, 2 inches by 9 inches. And it is, this is going to be our actual mechanism. So I have already marked my spots because this is what I do. Oh, you can't see it, but it's, I don't know what you can see, but it is, I mark them so that I make them the same. And I'm going to push this up pretty snugly because I want to make sure that it doesn't slip. I think maybe my last one slipped. So this is 2 inches, and then 2 3/4. We're going to do every 3/4, and then this is 3.5 until we get to 4.25. So this is the mechanism right here, this top piece. Let me put this away. I love my scoreboard for exactly this reason, for scoring those kind of things where you have repetitive ones, or ones where you can mark the with the peg. All right, I'm going to bone fold and crease my, and I'm going to be very aware of how, of making this straight, because I think I was not as aware. Okay, so there's that. We're going to put this off to the side for now. And the thing that's going to take the most time is these 4 little pieces here. So I have 4 pieces of Mossy Meadow, and these are 2 inches by 2 inches square. Pixie, we're not doing that. And then I have this piece of, well, that's not going to work. There we go. This piece of basic white. This is actually thick, I think. I have some extra little dies here. And that is cut with the Perennial Postage that I've already put away. This is the second smallest, so actual square. There's some rectangles. This is the square. If you don't have perennial postage, you want to cut your white piece at 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So we're going to, this is a birthday card. So I'm going to start with the birthday present, and I'm going to stamp this in Mossy Meadow. I'm sorry, Moody Mauve. Moody Mauve. So how is your weather, y'all? There we go. That's what I was going for. Yes, Pixie. Pixie says our weather is going to be rainy. She can feel it in her old bones, right, Pixie? Okay, and then this I stamped in Misty Moonlight. So I stamped off once on my Moody Mauve. Well, that is my son Ethan, who doesn't remember that he's never supposed to call or talk to me at 6 o'clock, between 6 and 6:30 on a Sunday. He is in Dallas today. He's been there all weekend. So isn't that cute? I like this. I love that it makes the decorative or the present decorative. So I'm going to close that up because mid-80s today. Well, that's nice. Yeah, we're supposed to be wet and mid-80s, but then the humidity in Texas is. But Rosie, you're in one of the Dakotas, I think, right? So maybe you're drier than we are. Hot and 90. That would be good. Okay, so we're going to put this one off to the side. Now I have the flowers, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow for the leaves. This one does not fit straight up and down, and that's okay with me. I chose to put it, whoops, let's not do that. There we go. Let's not do that. I chose to put it sideways. There we go. And there we go. And then back to Mossy Meadow. No, Moody Mauve. Why do I keep calling it Mossy Meadow? I have Mossy Meadow on the brain. With my flowers. Now this one, I am going to look at this carefully to make sure that I get this right. I think I have it upside down. I'm pretty sure I do. There are little stems that should go at the bottom of some of these flowers. So that's what I'm trying to line up. It is a little challenging with the engraving on here, but I can get it close enough, I'm sure. Pixie, honey, what? So, oh, I have both of them now. I thought I was only going to have Peanut as company today. And then, not great, but good enough. Yeah, I'm close. See, look, I'm right on it. What am I talking about? Why am I being so critical of myself? I'm good. Oh, Rosie, thank you so much. You're so kind. Oh, Western South Dakota. Yeah. Yep. I thought you were in one of the Dakotas. I think I've been to North Dakota, and I went during the summer, and it wasn't so bad, but my cousin lived there. He was in school at maybe the University of North Dakota. I don't actually know where he went to school. And I mean, that was the first place I ever saw where you plugged in your car to keep it warm in the winter. And I thought, I don't want to live someplace where I have to plug in my car. Okay, so something I don't do very often is color my stamps with Stampin' Write markers. I'm guessing you probably don't do this too often either, because it's one of those things I forget about. This is Crumb Cake, and all of my colors come from this really pretty DSP that I can't remember the name of. That's the wrong side. It doesn't matter. I color the whole thing the same color, so even the bow is going to be, in this case, Misty Moonlight. Now, the only problem with the colors I've chosen, I think, are that they're all in different groups. So if you have some other colors that you prefer, different, like so regals and subtles and all that fun stuff, neutrals. And so I happen to have the entire case, which I highly recommend, because then you have everything and you don't have to worry about not having something. So in order to make this work, and I'm hoping that it works because it worked the first time. We'll see if it works again. I'm going to huff on this gently, and then I'm going to stamp. So because it does dry after you color it. So insert heavy breathing here. All right. And so that's that one. And then the one that's going to take us the longest time is the beautiful butterfly. And that is not it. There it is. The beautiful butterfly. I'm going to use Stampin' Blend markers. So I'm going to stamp this in Tuxedo Black Memento ink. and I'm a kind of a side stamper. I don't know if you are, but I'm a side stamper. I prefer to have it, um, yeah, that's North Dakota, right? I prefer to turn it sideways instead of try to get it straight. So now I'm going to close this up because you know what happens if I don't? I wear it, and I don't always wear it well. Okay, so there's no rhyme or well, there is rhyme or reason to coloring this. I'm just trying to make it pretty. This is dark, I'm sure. Oh no, this is light. I'm going to call it by the right name if you'll give me a second, Moody Mauve. And then let's do some light. Now this one is in fact Mossy Meadow, so we're going to put that right here. I am not by any stretch of the imagination trying to make this beautiful butterfly look um, lifelike or life colors. I don't know. I suppose there are, this is dark, misty moonlight. I suppose there are blue butterflies. My guess is they're probably purpley more than Pixie, honey. I love you, but you're going to have to go somewhere. So let me tell you about Pixie. You know, this is dark wild wheat. Everyone's favorite color, right? Isn't this everyone's favorite color? I actually like wild wheat. I think it's a pretty color. I am not a fan of yellow. So this kind of mustardy color, I think is pretty. All right, so some more Moody Mauve. This one's light Moody Mauve. Yep, that's what the first one was too. I should have gone with dark for this one. Yes, Pixie. So Pixie has, I don't know what has started this, but she, you know what? I'm going to do this all the way down. I don't know what has started this, but this whining that we're currently enjoying starts at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then she sleeps in our bedroom in a kennel, and it goes. I'm going to put in some light wild wheat, and then it goes. And I'm using the thicker tip just because that's what I pulled up. So I do kind of prefer the X8. So this whining starts at 1 in the morning and wakes to get me out of bed, which is so sweet of her that she wants to spend so much time with me. I'm sorry, 1:30 in the morning. I said 1, but it's 1:30. She gives me an extra half an hour of sleep. And then some days we get up at, and so I let her out because I don't want her to have an accident. She's not young. And, you know, those of us who are not young, no one wants an accident. And so Pixie, go lay down, honey. So I let her out, and then sometimes at 2, I'm talking though. I just let you out. We're not doing this. So sometimes at 2:30, then the whining starts again. And then at 3:30, I finally just get up and I'm done with it. So I had to put her in the living room the other day, and she barked all night long, well, on and off most of the night, but I just couldn't. I had to sleep. I have not had a full night's sleep in 30 days. I know, right? And so I'm up early anyway. I need to get on the road by 6:30 for work, and I've even before that, even when I worked really close, I'm going to adhere these to the Mossy Meadow backgrounds with my favorite liquid glue. Pixie, go lay down, honey. Yes, I know. Go lay down. I don't know what you want. I would give you another treat, but that just encourages the whining because you get. Yeah, this is not the Pixie show. It's the Nell show. Shh, it's the Nell show. You're so funny. Okay, anyway, so I'm just adhering this to the I'm adhering this to the thing. But yeah, so I get up early anyway. 4:30 is usually my time to get up. And that was kind of because of Pixie, but I found that I could get a lot done if I got up at 4:30 in the morning before. And, you know, I do most of my stamping then, and most of my blogging. In fact, lots of times on blog day, I'm still finishing my blog at 4:30 in the morning. Sometimes it's done at 7 if I'm lucky, and sometimes it takes a little longer. Pixie, go lay down, honey. I know, Pixie. I know. I'm telling stories about you. It's true. It's true. So this piece of, I should tell you that you do not need to write down any of these dimensions or anything. This will be on my blog on Tuesday, the 23rd. My blog goes live at 8 a.m. and the written instructions, the printable instructions will be there along with a link to this video so that you can watch this over and over again and have your pixie time. Okay, so this part, we need this little, we need something to hold this. So this is going to go under here, and it's just going to be a place to keep this going up and down, right? So we measure this at 1.5 inches from the bottom of the card. So from the card base, so the mossy meadow. And I'll just bring out this little tea thingy here. Pixie, Pixie, we're gonna sing us. You know what? Mary would sing you a song. Mary, sing us a song really quick. Hurry. Pixie, stop. Pixie, stop. Okay, so 1.25 inches. And I'm going to measure the center because the last one I put on was not exactly as straight as I would like. Pixie, Pixie, go lay down. David, come sing to Pixie. Oh, Lord. See, she gets used to David being here and giving her treats on the side while she's, you know, while I'm talking. Okay, you know what? I forgot to open up. David did not put open up your lights on my instructions. So excuse me while I do this so that I can actually see what I'm doing. It's getting a bit dark in here. Okay, I'm not in your way. Good. All right, so I lost my, there it is. So I'm going to use this, my grid line, to line this up here. And there's my other one. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is this is 4 inches wide, and I am going to put tear and tape on the edges to keep it held down. We're going to need the little glue eraser because I got glue on my thing. Now, I want you to be rest assured that I am not going to forget to put embellishments on this. There will be not only some lovely brass butterflies, but also some ribbon. So have no fear, there will be embellishments on this card. Okay, so tear and tape I already took down. That's why I can't find it, because it's not where it's supposed to be. All right, so little teeny tiny pieces of tear and tape. The best part about it is you put it on. Pixie, stop whining. And just tear it, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It just allows you to tear it. Yes, Pixie, Pixie. I would sing you a song, but I don't know what your favorite song is, Pixie. Why don't you go outside and think about it? Come back and tell me later. Well, that worked. How did that work? That's very weird. Oh, nope, didn't. I knew it. Because she's still standing there. She said, you think I'm leaving? I am not leaving. Okay. So it's not even like the cats are in her spot. So for me, the best way to do this is, okay, Pixie. There we go, is to line it up and use my, yeah, I know. Open my lights. Thank you, David. Okay, so I needed to get this so that this is free. All right. And you would think that you're going to put this 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not quite true. And you kind of are. You're going to put, I mark them each time. I've made this card now 3 times, and I mark it each time so that I make sure that I put my favorite one. This is the last thing you're going to see. So this, see, now this one looks a little crooked too. So this is the last one we're going to see, or the last one that's going to open. And so you put your favorite or your reveal one down there. I'm going to push this up just a tish. Pixie honey, Pixie honey. Pixie, I wish so I'm going to open it like such. Yes, Pixie. That's probably a little generous on the glue. Pixie, Pixie. Now this does hang off, at least in the cards that I've made, this hangs off just a bit on the bottom. There is nothing wrong with that. In fact, I encourage it, because then otherwise it's too high. I'm just going right to the edge to the folded edge there. And I have lost my other ones. Yes, Pixie, you're pretty. Oh, David, sing a song, hurry. Pixie, go lay down. Go, go. Okay, I just encouraged the Same thing here. I'm just going up to the next one. So this will be technically number 3. And I'm only putting glue just on just on this piece, not on the whole thing, because otherwise they will stick together and the entire waterfall will be no more. All right. So now my next one. Dun, 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 dun. Jesse's now waiting for his cookie, which I only had 3. So we have a bit of an issue here because there we go. And then the last one. So this is really, all things considered, this is so surprisingly easy. It's really just about making sure you glue things in the right place. Now, if you are messy like me, you might want to use your silicone craft sheet when you glue. I forgot to, and I did get a little stuck to my paper, but that's okay. We're good. All right. So one problem that I have is I do not have a good tag topper to make this pretty. So I've used a couple of different things, but today I'm going to use just my grid paper and these squares right here. So it's just 2 by 2. And then I'll do the same thing over here, but because I'm, sideways, I'm going to do it this way. So 2 by 2 again, make a line, and I'm just going to cut it off. So they should be exactly, well, they should be exactly the same, but I am not positive they are. Nope, they're not. I was trying to come up with a die that I could use to do this, because I don't have a punch that will do it. All the punches, that's better. All the punches I could come up with would cut it backwards. Use your silicone craft sheet and still get glue everywhere. Yeah, that's true. And then I think the glue, even though it does eventually get tacky, it stays liquidy longer on the silicone craft sheet. But I have a mat under my grid paper, and I was trying to get all the glue off it this morning, and it just is not happening. All right, so I am also going to use, this is just from Amazon. It's a little 1/4 inch punch. There is, in the Perennial Postage, there is a hole if you wish to use the punch from there. Okay, so I'm just making sure that's going to fit before I stamp my sentiment. And my sentiment is going to be this: enjoy today. You will have a chance to, I suppose you could write on this piece, but there is an inside piece to it. And there was no indication of where the best place to stamp was. So I'm just going to use my Misty Moonlight and stamp right there, kind of high up. And then, all right. And so now I'm going to slide this under in the center here. I'm going to slide this under, lift it up, slide it under. There we go. And I want to see this size is really probably the right size. I would like to see it a little bit bigger, because then I think you have more options in terms of what you could put on the front of it. Although I think I was going to switch over to the iconic imagery, and that would have worked just as well, because those are small enough to fit in these little pieces. Now, for my ribbon, this is the black and very vanilla, and that is not my color of choice today. So Pixie, honey, did you finish that treat already? So I am coloring this with my Misty. No, I'm not. I am coloring it with Mossy Meadow. This is the dark Stampin' blend. Pixie is not a Mossy Meadow fan. Pixie. I wish I could think of a song. When my kids were little, I could sing you the Oh Little Clary song. The Oh Little Clary. The Oh Little Pixie girl. What? Lord almighty, Pixie, I'm going to put you out in just a second. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. The good thing is, Pixie, we're almost done. So for those of you not wanting to listen to Pixie whine too much longer, yeah. So I'm going to let this just dry a little bit while I stamp this other piece. And of course, this is the very standard 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to stamp this using the stamps that we've used before, the Mossy Meadow. the leaves and flowers. And I'm going to stamp off meaning off the edge of the paper. I kind of like that look, that it's not a full stamp on the inside and on my, going to clean my stamp with my chamois. Yeah, is this my chamois? Yeah. This is a quarter of a chamois, but I love this chamois. I know some people keep it in a case and keep it damp. I actually keep mine in an open top um, container, and it dries out in between, and that way it doesn't get musty smelling, because mine were getting musty smelling in the case. Now let's see if I think I have this backwards again. So I'm looking once again at these little things, and that is what I'm lining my Pixie, you are so much fun. You are so much fun today. That's what I'm lining my flowers up on, sort of. Generally, that's what I'm using as placement. There we go. All right, so that is the inside. And I did decide to mat the inside. But I cut it, apparently. I forgot that I was matting the inside, so I'm just gonna take a 1/4 inch off the side. So this is 3 and 3/4 by 5. And now I can mount it, or mat it on the early espresso. It's the best green ever. I'm telling you, that's why apparently I'm really into Mossy Meadow today. That's why I am calling everything Mossy Meadow. So I am getting brave, because if you know me, you know that I usually use seal here, but I've been told that this works. Pixie doesn't believe it. She doesn't believe it. Pixelicious. Pixeliciousness, pixeliciousness, pixeliciousness. You're driving me crazy. One moment, please. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, now, there we go. Hello, I'm back. It is much quieter in here now, even though she is out there screaming her full head off. Poor little thing. I wish she would talk, because I really want to know why she's getting up at 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, and 4:30 every morning. And you know what? I'm sorry. And I would like to know what's going on here. Do you draw little designs on the inside of your thing? I actually usually do squiggles, but today I decided to. Okay. I am a huge fan of neutrals, so this color palette is so pleasing to me. I just love it. I love brown and green, and fall is definitely my time. Okay, so now you're wondering, now wait a minute, now see, look, it fell out. That is not going to work. And you're right, it doesn't work that way. So I'm going to place this kind of in the center. That gives me a little bit of a give on top and bottom. Before I do that, though, I am going to put I feel like the adding the Stampin' blends to this makes it a little stiffer, which is not a bad thing. I think it's pretty. So I'm very fond of this ribbon because you can color it. There was another one that I think it's the white and silver one you can color with Stampin' blends. I tried them all, and the basic beige you can color with Stampin' blends if you don't have. Okay, don't pull too hard on this, because you don't want it to, you do not want it to rip. So, okay, I might have, you know what? I don't like it that way. I'm going to go the other way. I want the fold to be on the top, and I always forget when I'm doing it the best way to do that. And the best way to do that is to go from the front, and then the fold will be on the top, or showing instead of behind. Pixie, Pixie, just want to know about Pixie. There we go. Oops, sorry. I realized you could not see that. And then if you choose to, you could use your paper snips and not your big scissors. Use your paper snips and just cut those as such. I might make this as my Christmas card. I have to see what do I have that's small enough, but I really like the ribbon. So, and I am not concerned that my ribbon hangs down below here, because it'll go off to the side when I mail it. It'll be fine. So this part right here is where we're going to put some Stampin' Seal. And I need to find it. It's right in front of me. That's why I can't find it. All right. Okay. And so, can't get it off to the side here. And then we're going to glue only the back side. Whoops. We're going to do it like this. Only the back side. We're going to keep it straight. And we're going to adhere only the back side of this bottom of the card, so that when we pull it out, we get this lovely waterfall. And then it pushes back in much better than my coffee one did. And then we have the inside. And so this piece is done. When I cut my DSP, I have just this little piece left. It is not quite, it is just 2 inches, which means it's a 1/4 inch short. And so I am just going to move it down to the bottom and make sure that it is flush, or not flush, but hangs over the edge so I can trim it properly. But it's still going to be, it's going to be a little bit short, but I am all about right now. I have a bunch of 2-inch pieces that I wasn't using because they were too small, because a lot of my DSP is in 6x6 pieces. I actually washed my, oh, there it is. It's under my light. My silicone craft mat today to get some of the, I didn't even know what was on it. Well, I guess glue, but, and they were drying. So I put them where they don't belong. All right. This is such a pretty paper. It's such a pretty paper. Okay. And now I'm going to do what Mary calls, and I assume she's being, you know, pretending when she says this, that it's the world's easiest fussy cut, because honestly, it is. It is not that easy for me. I almost always, like I just did it, I almost always go inside the lines and cut the envelope. See, I can't. This. Okay. That was easy. That was easy fussy cutting. Yes, I love this fun fold. I have been doing a lot of fun folds lately, and as I get, but they just kind of, probably because I made in, especially in Pinterest, oh wait, you all didn't tell me I forgot to embellish the card. I can't do that because last time I truly forgot. So I'm bringing out these butterflies and I'm putting them over here. There's 2. And then I'm going to put one of the smaller butterflies just up here. And since we have this beautiful butterfly, let's see it again. There it is down here. That works really well. And then we'll just push this right back up again. There we go. Did I tell you that this is basic white thick? That's I think that's why it works so well, is because it's really sturdy. So this mechanism is basic white thick. I'm sure you could make it out of a different color. Just keep in mind that the thick works really well. Okay, so that's that. And now we're going to finish off the envelope, and I am just going to, before I stamp it with, because I stamped something in the wrong color, not the wrong color, but in the, I stamped a color into one of my different colored stamp pads last week. So I would rather not do that again. I'm not going to color the butterfly. I'm just going to leave her there in Mossy Meadow, and that is it. So remember that the instructions for this card will be on my blog on Tuesday, the 23rd. And the free printable will be there along with the link to this video. So I appreciate those of you that came, and your comments always bring me joy, because then I know I'm not crafting alone. So thank you everybody who is here. And and for those of you watching the replay, I would appreciate your comments as well. So let me know that you watched the replay. That's nice to know that you sought me out and watched the replay. Thank you very much. I will see you next week. The plan is to see you next week, Sunday at 6 o'clock. David will not be here again, I don't think. So I will be doing it on my own, and we'll see if I get the outro going right. I don't know if I can do it, but if I don't, just click off me and you don't have to watch whatever disaster happens while I try to finish the video. Have a great night. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next week. Uh-oh, that's not gonna work. Don't even know what to do next, David. Oh wait, yes I do.